Hi, my name's Olivia and I am owner of Little Lapin's Crafts, and I also have an Instagram account called Olivia's World of Whimsy, where I share lots of different things that inspire me, lots of things that are whimsical. Now today I'm going to show you how to make one of these beautiful bridal floral crowns. Obviously we have a royal wedding coming up soon, so I thought I would do a little tutorial on how you can make one of these if you're getting married, or if you know someone who's getting married, or if you have a little girl who's going to be a flower girl. These are super cute and you can make them in any colour you want. So this is the stuff that you're going to need. You're going to need some dies, some floral dies, and what I'll do is I'll put the links to where you can get these from below, and we've also got this one as well. This is a Sizzix special, I think it's called Rustic Bouquet. You're going to need some felts in the colours of your choice. I get mine from a brilliant shop called Creative Craft Supplies. Their felt's really good quality and it's really great for cutting using these type of dies. Then I've also got a choice of glitter fabrics, which are also from the same shop, and these are absolutely brilliant. A pair of scissors, some glue sticks and a glue gun, and you're also going to need the Sizzix Big Shot as well. I also have one little felt ball, which is going to be the centerpiece of the flower. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out and prepare all of the flower shapes using the die cutter. So I'm going to start off with the simple ones. Now for this one I would need 2 of the creamy colour, 2 of the ivory colour, and then 2 of the really light peachy pink. So all I'm going to do is, I have a little trick, is I tend to fold my fabric in half so it's double, and then I only have to roll over it once. So I'm going to place it on here. I'm placing it so I've got the raised edges facing down, and that's going to help it press together. Let's go through it once and then back again. Oops. And there we go, 2 pieces. The next flower I'm going to prep for is the this one here, and this is where I'm going to need to use this die. So I need to take out this part. I've still got my acrylic sheets, so this is going to go and sandwich in between, and then I'm going to, this one you have to do single, so I'm going to cut it to shape. Size, sorry. It's going to go on the 2 flower shapes I want, and then I'm just going to roll it through all the way back. You can see I've got those 2 flower shapes, and I want 3, so I want 1 small one and 2 of the larger ones. So I just need to cut another square for the large one. There we go. Right, so the next piece I'm going to do is the glitter leaves. And you can choose whichever type of leaf you want. So for this one I'm going to go for this really cool chunky pearl glitter fabric. You can see only going to need a small piece for the leaves. So I'm going to place this on. I've got my leaf dies. Now this is a slightly chunkier glitter fabric, so it's a bit more difficult to cut through, but it will imprint the shape. It might not cut all the way through. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you get a few little strands that you can just trim like that. Now we need to do the roses, and this is a really, really cool die. It does all the cutting for you. So I've got one big one and a slightly smaller one. And there you go, you can see it's cut it all for you. So the next pieces, we're going to do some hand cutting for these. So we're going to create these ones, and we're going to create this central flower. So for this one's really easy. You've got your felt ball. All you're going to do is cut some different size circles. Now you can get dies that will cut the circles for you if you want like a really sharp cut, but I quite like having them hand cut, as I just think they look a little bit softer, a little bit more realistic. I'm going to start making some slightly bigger circles, cut some bigger ones. There we go. So I'm going to cut 3 circles for this one, so I don't really need any more. As you can see, they're all slightly different sizes. You need to have some smaller ones and some larger ones to create that kind of 3D effect. Then all you're going to do is cut them in half lengthways, and then you're going to need one more circle that we're not going to cut in half for the centerpiece. Okay, so that's all the pieces you need for the rose. And then to create this one, we're just going to cut a strip, which is probably going to be about 2 centimetres wide, maybe 1 inch, and about just over 10 centimetres in length. We're also going to do another one, which is a little bit smaller, so about maybe 1.5 centimetres in width, and probably about the same length as well. Okay, so that's those 2 pieces. So that's all our pieces cut out. Okay, so now we're going to need, now I use these little super soft nylon elastic bands to go around the head, which are great for children, but you could do it on a headband if you wanted to. And all I've done is I've just cut a strip of the cream, but you could kind of use any shade you wanted. If it was for dark hair, you might want to go for like a darker brown or a black or whatever the hair colour was. And you're just sewing it around, so you're folding the strip in half like that, and then you just would kind of sew along the edge, because what you want is this open piece here, and that's going to be the base for your flowers when you're gluing them on. Now what I tend to use is I've got an old piece of acrylic that I use for this, but you could use some cardboard if you wanted to stretch it over, and this just helps it stay in place. Now if you wanted to go really OTT, or you wanted to do it for a bride, you could, using some tulle, I've got this brilliant stuff here, you could make your own little veil, if you can see. There you go. And then the flowers could go on there, and I'll show you what that looks like later on. Okay, so for now we've got our piece here, and we're going to start cutting all of our flowers and assembling them. So if we start off with the centre rose, all we're going to do is we're going to get our circle pieces, and then we're going to take our felt ball, we're going to put a dab of glue on the centre, do this, you can see quicker, like that. Okay, and then we're going to put some glue around the edge of the ball, about halfway along, and then we're going to pinch our circle piece around it, and you probably want to hold it in place as the glue cools down, like that. So that's your centerpiece. Then you're going to start taking your smaller circular halves and you're going to put some glue just along the bottom edge of that, and then you're going to place it around like this. And you're going to keep doing that, and you can see I'm slightly overlapping them as well as I go around. As these are the petal pieces. There you go. So the next ones I'm going to do are these along here. So I'm going to layer them how I would like them to go. I'm going to put one on top of the other. That. Okay. So then I'm going to put a dab of glue on the base, just off the centre, and then I'm going to place my other one on top, like that. And do the same again. Like that. And I do the same on the opposite side. Oops, wrong one. Like that. So those are all glued together. I'm then going to take my leaves and I'm going to put them just slightly off centre, if you can see. So they're going to go like that. So a dab of glue on the base and then position like that. Then I'm going to take my bigger rose pieces and I'm going to, from this end here, I'm going to start twisting it round. And I'm going to put a dab of glue on the base, just glue it like that. Okay. There we go. So then all we're going to do is put a dab of glue on the bottom of your rose and then place it in the centre, like that. There we go. So that's your your two other rose pieces. Then if you want to use the smaller roses, you just do exactly the same as the bigger rose. Okay, now we're going to do this one. So for this one, we're going to use our smaller strip And we're going to place some glue right along one edge. This is where it gets a bit fiddly. You then have to fold it in half and just be careful you don't burn yourself with the glue. Okay, and then we're going to do some tiny incisions halfway down, so we're not cutting all the way down. You kind of want to keep them really close together. All the way down. I think I'm going to cut it now so you can see got really small pieces. Then what you're going to do is you're going to twist from one end, you're going to roll it around. These are brilliant if you want to make daisies as well, because that just looks like the centre of a daisy. So cute. Okay, then you put a dab of glue and then just hold it in place for a little while. Okay, that's your centrepiece. So then all you're going to do is you're going to stick that onto the smaller petal. So dab of glue in the centre, place that on. Now we want to make this look a bit more three-dimensional, so I'm just putting some dabs of glue along the edge of the centrepiece and then just very gently gluing the petals, not all of them, just some of them, in place like that. Okay, and then that's going to go onto one of your bigger pieces, so you just place it on like that and you can arrange it so how you like it. And again with the other piece I'm going to do it like that, and that's your other flower. Okay, and then the last piece, do exactly the same. So on this strip we're going to do a line all the way down, need a bit more glue, and then you're just folding it in half, like that. Okay, then for this one, rather than cutting across like that, we're going to go diagonally. So I'm going to do one snip, and then again, just going to cut diagonal strips halfway down. These ones can be a little bit further spaced apart. So you've got them like this. And all you're going to do again is just roll it. Dab of glue. And there you go. That's your last flower done. So our final step is to put all the pieces together. And I've cut some bits of ribbon just to show you if you wanted to have some ribbon hanging from the edge. I've got some ribbon here, and all I'm going to do is put a tiny dab of glue on one end, and I'm just going to glue them down like that. Okay, then I'm going to take these flowers and I'm going to place them here, and you can arrange them however you want. Put some glue down there. That's the first ones. There you go. And then you can start to arrange some of the others. If you wanted to put it there, you could, or there. I think actually on this one I might leave it and I might just add some of the roses instead. And there you go. On the other side, it's got no glue marks. Fit for a bride. So there we have it, your bridal crowns. And if you wanted to do one with the veil, that's how it could look.